Hopefully the settings are public this time. All right, so we'll get everybody popping on. If nobody pops on, I'm gonna recheck it. I believe we got it set for public. We'll find out here in a few seconds. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I've got this. Oh, Matt Harris is here. Okay, maybe it is public. I was wondering if I maybe had it set up wrong. Here we go. Oh, Matt Harris is here. Okay, maybe it is public. Hey, Joe. Yeah, I was wondering if I had this thing set up wrong again like I did the other time. I was wondering if... There we go. Get everything going. All right. Matt Harris, Joe Girding, what's up, man? Ruben Dietz, hey, man. Gerardo Juarez, hey, buddy. Michael Honeychuck, hey, buddy. Ruben Dietz, thank you, buddy. Ann Ellington, awesome, buddy, thank you. DRZ, what's up? We're having some awesome weekends there at this. Yeah, we are, man. Open up on Sunday, it's always a good time, even when it's dusty. When summer comes in and things start cooking, probably not going to be so good out there. 100 plus degrees, 100% humidity. Yeah, it gets rough, but it's like that everywhere, right? Everybody gets hot. Fred Timon, hey, buddy. Tweaked RC, what's up, buddy? Ronald Washington, Thompson RC, Bruce Elam, Idaho checking in, Discovery RC, hey, buddy. Major Roads, hey, buddy, what's happening? The James Gilliam 47, West Virginia, from Virginia, not West Virginia. Thank you, buddy. Awesome, man. Jeb Thapam from Michigan. And I was wondering, what are the best Red Cat Gen 7 drive shafts? Well, pretty much anything with a 5mm bore. I mean, for me, the stock drive shafts actually held up good, but I don't run it all that much, in all honesty. But you'll have to measure them and then find what works. Maybe somebody will post up down in the comments, where, comment down here exactly what does bolt in. But they're standard 5mm bores on the drive shafts. So, Orlando from Honduras. Hey, man. Mark Vassir, what's up? Drag RC Car Killer, what's up, man? Boneyard Crawler Course. Yeah, buddy, you sure did. That crawler guy. Jim Pie Australia. That crawler guy. Wow. Australia. Seth Schuler's. Hey, buddy. Thin Digital. Hey, buddy. Good afternoon to you. It is. It's 7 o'clock here. What time is it in your area? I'm kind of curious, because I know you guys are from all over the place. Creek Creeper RC. I do want to mention that next Friday, Guðjón Arnar Einarsson from Iceland is here. Will Typhon Vidavon aluminum A-arms fit the felony? I have no idea on that one, Neverstock RC. I don't know about that one. I don't have a felony. They're about the same width. They might. 4 p.m. California. Okay, it's not too bad out in California. Washington State, 9 a.m. on the east coast of... a morning time deal in Australia. Nice. All right. 5 o'clock, Idaho. Best tent scale crawler. I have nothing but SCX24. Got plenty of bashers, etc. You want to go with a straight tent scale crawler? Go ahead and get yourself the Element Ecto, and that is for Michael Honeychuck. 4 p.m. North California. Steve N. Hey, buddy, what's happening? Jacob Ensign, do you have the new, or I guess the new Vidavon? I do have a set on my Xmaxx, but I don't have any that I can sell. I do have a set of the older ones with the 2 slots. I have those still in stock, but they're not the newest ones with the rings on them. Says you'll be buying your tracks. This Exo1. Yeah, the Exo1s are pretty awesome. I kind of think Arma kind of outdid them when they did their Limitless and the other one that's like the Limitless. Can't think of the name of it right now. I was thinking that because I had a Limitless for a little while. So, okay. Yeah, I don't know for sure on that Never Stock. I don't know. So, if I haven't had it, it's hard to say yes or no, you know. Guy on the moose is here, David Prill, Clear Lake, California. Hope you're ready for some rocks. Pick up this weekend. Oh, man. I got to show you guys some rocks. Give me a second. Got the first box. Hold on. I'm glad you guys mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because these are actually from RC for All. These are from an SEX 24 course in Kentucky. Right there. Now, these are really close to the same rocks out at Little Rock City, Arkansas. So, boom. Got some rocks right here. So, yeah, I'm going to keep the labels and information with them. And one day we're going to do like the Great Rockening or something, you know, where I'll show all the rocks and then I'll set up a time where I can actually get all these things put in place. Whew, this could be good. I got a feel I'm going to be picking up a lot of them from Beat the Creek too. My Hyundai is going to be pretty heavy. I got to make sure I pack light for Beat the Creek, but yeah, my Hyundai, I'm going to have the floorboard and everything. It's going to be on the bump stops. I might better be careful with that, hadn't I? A little bit overloaded that poor thing. 11 p.m. in Iceland. We John Major Road. Smash the like button. Thank you guys. Thin Digital. Throw a like all. Infraction. That's what it was. Honey Chuck, you're right. The infraction. RC Master. Limitless Infraction Felony. Now the felony, that's the one that has the handbrake, which is also what's on the fire team. So it has a version of that with the, I believe it's like the Mojave chassis with the Creighton outdrives. But the Creighton, I've actually got some Vidavon hubs for the Creighton Success. They're actually the wide ones for the wide axle, as where the Mojave uses the narrow ones. So the fire team has the Creighton arms, but with the Mojave style knuckles. So they kind of mix that up a little bit. Creek Creeper, hey man, Snake Kid, what's up, buddy? Michael, yeah, the native Florida rock is pretty much dirt and mud. We do have limestone though. We do have that, but it's I guess it's a rock. I guess we have lime rock, so I guess maybe. My light is too bright. Okay. That better? Yeah, looks a little bit better. Had to angle it away a little bit. Shining my forehead, huh? Close to no rocks. You're just saying. Is that better though? I turned the light away a little bit. That's the way it's been for a while. I just turned it back, but I had something to do. But anyway, lots of rock hills. Darn. RC Master. What am I planning to do with all these rocks? Depending on how many actually get here, the game plan is to actually resurface one of the existing rock piles that I've got. However, depending on how many natural rocks actually show up, what I may do is set a base and actually have a whole new rock course just with these rocks. So I mean, it might take a month, you know, for everything to come in and for me to get a game plan up for all of this. But yeah, they're definitely going on the course, and I'm going to make a plaque. And by the way, everybody knows where they came from, so that should be pretty darn awesome. The 5T on the paddles. Yeah, I've actually got another video on that I got to do. There's one little part that's missing. I got to bring it back in and catch one little part before I can finish that edit. Yeah, but got that one going. Floyd Pamela Rosero. What's up, buddy? Well, welcome, Floyd. All Season Shredders. What's up, man? Dude, the Typhon TLRs are nice vehicles, man. They were running one out here in the dusty racetrack that I've got. Yeah, I was doing really good. What do you guys think about the carpet? I would love to carpet the entire track, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I ain't got money like that. I could probably sell the Raminator and have enough to cover it twice or more. But anyway, that's not gonna happen. 93 miles per hour. I like the Ovonic batteries, all or none. I like the Ovonic and the CNHLs, man. I run these CNHLs in a lot of stuff, but that's not the discount. I still run the good old Turnigy 5000s too. Quick charge, plenty to do what I need to do. So yeah, I mean, I run all kinds of batteries. All kinds of batteries. Non-native rocks. I don't know. Rocks are rocks, I guess. It'll be interesting. What'll be interesting is if I do like an East Coast section and a West Coast section, and depending on where I get them out, you know, it's like, okay, which rocks have better natural traction? That could be interesting, you know? But I'm not going to have the identical rocks from one place versus another, so I won't be able to control that aspect of it, but we can still see what we got, you know? Get you some Petoskey stones from Michigan. I'm not even sure what a Petoskey stone. Okay, I'll leave that one alone. I'll be messed up on that one. Mix some clay into it. Well, see, I don't have access to clay, and that stuff is not cheap to get. But we thought about doing like a clay surface on all the jumps and stuff like that. But yeah, straight bearded. Thanks for all you do. Watch all the time. All straight bearded. My name is Joe. Simple Joe. And I like like that my channel is Exocaged, but I don't go around on Facebook as Exocaged. It's kind of awesome. I got a story. I was telling this guy something about, I was getting technical with him, and he just wasn't getting it. And it was awesome. He responds with one of my videos to try to prove his point against what I was telling him. And then I was like, okay, how do I explain this without him picking up? So it was one of those things. It was actually fun. That was a good one. You know, some people on Facebook, man, they get so hard-headed. They ask how to bolt this tire on, so you tell them, and then they're all mad at you saying you're wrong. Sometimes it's better to just keep on scrolling. Looks like it saved the jumps a bit. That landing area. Yeah, like off that first one, I went out there with the tractor, and dude, it got chewed up rough. Like where they come down off of that big one, then they make that cut. Yeah, that got chewed up rough. But the good thing about my landings is usually it's fairly soft. It's not super hard. So when you see these guys just plow the dirt, it's not like concrete. You know, concrete can really mess things up. Fred Timon, thank you, buddy. Oh, none. I bet there's a guy in Georgia that would help. Maybe. I ran the Rock Beast on the riffs in the woods, and it was a total riot. They were good, real good with dual stage foam. Oh, I bet they do good on the foam on the Rift. Good aggressive tire. Mine is actually right here. I got these. These work great on the dirt. This is the D1 RC tires, and they're actually on plastic bomber wheels with metal SLW hubs. So, and they have a dual stage in them, which these tires actually come with a dual stage foam. But yeah, got that big boy right there. I was messing with it a few minutes before going live, and I really need to put some oil in these shocks. I think they're about half empty. So I'll oil them up before I leave and go to Beat the Creek. Which, speaking of Beat the Creek, so the schedule is looking like I'm going to be in Atlanta Thursday evening. Okay? I should be in Atlanta Thursday evening. On Friday, if you guys are in the area or if you have that day available or whatever, which it's a Friday, so, you know, you never really know on that one. But what I'm planning to do is go to, I'm planning to go out to Little Rock City, Alabama, where they just had the Nationals, the Crawler Nationals. And I actually want to take some tires and try to do a tire test out there on the natural rock and then do some trails and stuff like that. But if I don't know if that'll work out, but we'll have to see. But anyways, if you guys want to show up, we can do some trailing, chat, have a good time. No competition, none of that stuff. Just out driving to have fun, which I think will be awesome. Granted, I might take a video of that, but anyway. All right, let me see here. Where are we at here? Drag racing on my anniversary today, 11 years. Man, 11 years. You guys, that's awesome. Congratulations, guys. That is awesome. Go have fun. It's your anniversary, buddy. Family always comes first. Always. Especially immediate family. Let's see. What's your favorite 1/8 scale basher? 8th scale basher. Probably the Typhon, which happens to be hanging on the wall up there, followed by, even though they list it as a 1/10, the Traxxas Max V2 that I've got. I'll probably go with those two for the 1/8 size, stuff like that. All or none, you got it right, buddy. You got it right. Telephone Tough. I hadn't heard that one before. Like your keyboard warriors and stuff like that. And what's really bad, now I know there's a delay on the texts and all that stuff coming through, but man, I tell you, trying to explain simple things like wheel scrub, leverages, steering Ackerman, caster, you know, stuff like that. Wow, it's better to just leave it alone and keep scrolling. And a lot of times, sometimes you'll find somebody that's open-minded enough to actually listen, you know, and pay attention to what they're saying, what somebody's saying. And it doesn't have to be me trying to explain it, other guys as well. You know, they just go on such an offensive, you know. Or guys will build something and it's just, I don't want to say wrong, but really, really wrong. And the commenters start trying to explain why it's wrong. And then they just get all crazy on them. I'm like, geez, keep scrolling. Simple as that. But where is Sam? Lon Baden. He was actually here Sunday. I'm not sure where he's at. I gave him some food about 30 minutes ago, and he usually goes outside. Probably leaves a bomb for somebody, for earthworms or something. Jesse's RC. Which do you prefer for the SCX6? The 3BRC Black Jacket 8S or the 1717 1260? Okay, as far as that goes, as far as the straight crawl and the crawling torque, I have to go with the Black Jacket. Now, for general bashing, say you're going to get in the mud, you're going to get in the dirt, and you're going to raise sand, all in that stuff, I'd go with the sealed can 1260 for that. Just because the black jacket, it's like this tire right here. This is what's turning and making your power, right? So you have a massive amount of torque coming out of the shaft into your pinion gear driving the vehicle, but all of this is exposed. So, and then you got the back side of it and all that's kind of, or the front side and the back side of that's open, vented. And on the back of his, it's actually got an angle to it, kind of like a fan on the back, which is actually pretty nice for cooling and all that. But it's real open to the elements, as where the Castle is a lot more sealed up. So, yeah, but I tell you, as far as straight crawling, if you don't mind the added noise, the 860, that thing crawls like a dream. What we need now is Holmes to make us a good 1/8 scale or 1/6 scale crawler ESC. Like Crawlmaster Mega, something like that. That can go like 12S or something. 12S. 12S. Oh, man. Okay, remind me of the 12S. Here, I'll write that down real quick because 12S. How awesome is it, Hobby Wing? Okay, let's go ahead and take care of some questions real quick. Man, you guys are going to make this 2 hours go by. Phew, done. Here we go. Tweak RC. Hey, Joe, do you sell any of your rigs? And if so, where? I generally don't sell vehicles unless they become irrelevant. I'm up to about 64 of them. And because the reason I keep them is you never know what product is going to come out. And I'm like, ooh, that's a good product. And I'm even more apt to go get that product if it's a mom and pop shop. In all honesty, just being honest. Because I've actually, the channel has grown to the point to where I can really help a mom and pop shop with their products. So it's kind of that's a lot of my reward is if I can put out, if I buy a product, say it's a tire, and it does great, that's awesome, because really the mom and pop, the local hobby shops, that's the heart and soul of the hobby. I know I always talk about A-Man and Horizon and all of that because that's my affiliates. That makes a big deal. That's a big difference. When it comes to me being able to show the things that I show. If the channel wasn't doing good, which I feel is doing excellent, if my affiliates weren't doing good, there's no way I'd be able to show this stuff. I mean, there's just no way. But anyway, let's get back onto topic here. The American, the American, you hate all Shaman, you hatties. All right, you're late, but you're here. 90, a ton of people all doing the same thing because they think it's right. Oh, yeah. I remember 98 Jeep Cherokee, the 13-pound TRX4s. I think I even had one that was like 11 pounds. I water skipped it, though. Stock and all. Well, the 12S. What I'm thinking is, I want to try this when I get this. I will get that 12S ESC. I will get that motor. It'll probably go into the DBXLE, but it'll also go into the Losi 5 TLR, TLR 5B. But it's not going to stay, I don't think, in the Losi because I've actually got an MGM Lenner combo. So that'll end up being the final setup for the TLR Losi. That's where the 12S will end up going into the DBXLE, which I think will actually really keep the temperatures in check. But there's one thing I want to find out, and I'm sorry about the comments. I'm kind of on another subject here, guys, but I'm kind of rolling here. But anyway, what I want to see, that ESC has the proprietary round plug, as I've seen, but it has an adapter to go to a regular plug. Now, if that ESC, even though it's expensive, like $460, $470 for the ESC, if it's got like quiet technology in this thing, put that into my SCX6 with the Black Jacket motor, would it make that quiet? Just a thought, you know, would that make that Black Jacket quiet? Granted, if that was the case, I'd have to go out and buy another ESC so I could properly power the DBXLE. Yeah, it never ends. But yeah, stock and all, 12S crawler. Ooh, speaking of that, oh man. I can't find it right now. It's around here somewhere. I got another matching 5,000 milliamp. No, I got a 6,200 milliamp. Hang on. I ordered a second one of these. 6,200 milliamp CNHL. Haha. This is a bad boy. But this will fit the DBXLE. This will fit the DBXLE. 12S. That thing is going to be awesome. Sorry, guys. I still get excited for this hobby. But I'm also going to... which boat ESC? If I could get a good 12S boat ESC, because of the water cooling and all that, I could put that in the Raminator. That's got a 500 kV motor, and it's good to like 12S. Boom! 12S Raminator. All I need is a good ESC. I probably have to talk to Joe Girding right there. I bet Joe Girding knows what ESC I would need for that thing. Ha ha! All right. Let me see here. All season. What was that charger you had again? Turnigy. I haven't had a Turnigy charger. I've got a Prodigy 610 quad charger. That's what I use almost every single day. DRZ, thoughts on semi-droop suspension about 50-50 rocks and trails. When it comes to like a competition style crawler, I like to have about 5, maybe. We'll go with 5 millimeters of shock shaft showing. So 5 millimeters of chrome. Now on a trail truck, maybe a little bit more because I'm more prone to jump that. So, but if you have a vehicle that you can run in both, you know, just turn your spring adjusters, drop it down for competition style crawling, raise it up for general trail driving. So Joe, definitely support your local mom and pop shops. Yes, sir, Kevin. That's it, buddy. I must be really late on comments or everything moved and I didn't scroll down. Mark R, could you do a review on the Latrax Teton? Latrax made by Traxxas, good starter. I keep hearing about the Teton. Let me look into that. I know my buddy right across the street got a nice little drift track, so I'm still thinking about that MST. I made that community post about that. That's still on my mind. So I'll look into the Teton, see about that one. Ashley, you're only about maybe 25 minutes late, buddy. You're not late. Do I ever do any live chats with other RC groups like GNCRC? VMB, I would have to get an invite. You know, if I get the invite, as long as it's within the time frame that I'm actually home, you know, yeah, I can do a live with them. I've done it with 11 Charlie RC as well. JMH RC, I've done one of those. And CCX RC, what's on with that one? Dave Backer. In the Creighton 6S BLX, need to replace a servo. SHV 800 or Reefs 888. Creighton 6S, neither of those two. You don't want those two. Those are direct power servo. That's not right for your Creighton. Go with something like the Reefs Raw 500, which I love that servo, or the Power Hobby 729. Okay, those are the two servos I would run in that myself. The SHV 800 and 888, those are pretty much straight crawler servos. Not really suited for a Creighton 6S. go. Stocking. Oh, yeah, man. All right. Soon, sick in there. I've actually got a Raminator video for you guys tomorrow. Oh, what did you guys think about the Xmaxx when I put the Raminator tires on it? Well, it was crazy. When I got those tires, they actually went on the Xmaxx before my Raminator. Okay, so those tires, in my opinion, are not meant to be spun like I spun them in the Xmaxx, but they took it and survived. Ha! And I actually got that idea from one of you guys. One of you guys asked if the Raminator tires would fit. Well, I put it on there with the wide kit, and it actually did. But it was kind of stuffed up on that thing. So that night, I literally spent about $760. I went to Primal RC, ordered the Mega Truck tires. They're like $320 just for these 4 tires, by the way. And I ordered the rear steer kit. So I have the full rear steer kit for the Raminator. It's not on yet because I've got to get servos for the back end. And I'm hoping Reese RC will be at Beat the Creek, which I know they're going to be there. Hopefully he'll bring some Beast 2000s for me, because that's what needs to go on the back of this thing, really. Yeah. Man, do I have any drinks here? No. I don't have any drinks out here. I might have to take a break and go grab a drink. I could drink some shock oil. That's not going to happen. Anyway. Oh, Major Roads. Yeah, those new Exo shirts with all like the stuff. Check this out, guys. These are going to be awesome. Look at that. I'm going to wear that. What's crazy is me as an old fart, I look at that and I'm like, what am I looking at? But I showed this picture to a young lady today, and she looked at it, and her eyes are just so good. It looked normal to her. She was perfectly fine. I'm like, must be nice to have perfect eyes. Okay, but anyway, yeah, those shirts are awesome. However, they're not screen printed, so it'll probably be a limited run of those. I probably have to like order them to the proper size, and I have to figure out how to do that. But yeah, those will probably be, I mean, they could be upwards of $35 a shirt shipped. So yeah, but at least if they're ordered, you can actually choose your own color. So, and it's a good quality shirt that he does. This right here is a Teespring shirt, and it's their best one. The highest, if you order from Teesprings, get the best quality listed. Don't matter who you're buying from or what brand or what channel or whatever. They're low quality. This stuff just breaks up so fast in a washing machine. It doesn't like that too much. All right, let me see here. I'm only half hour tonight. Work late. South Florida, yeah. Hopefully I can finish. I can get done with my whole working late thing. Next year, I'm still going for it. American, did you see the new UDR bypass LX shocks? No, I did not. Hold on. I saw some bypass shocks. Were they legit bypass, or were they just like fake things stuck on the shock body? If they were legit bypass, like you can actually adjust them, I'd be all over that. I'd totally grab those. But if they're just a fake, scale looking shocks, then, well, they look neat. All right, so you have 2 of the pre-runner version Latrax and 1 Teton. Okay, now these, I gotta look, these are like the 1/16th, aren't they? Those are, in all honesty, those are kind of hard to record for me. The larger vehicles are easier for me to record, just being honest, Ronald Wash, I'm looking to get the 2.0 gas. What's your thoughts on that? The 2.0 gas, everything should be fine. Should be good to go on that. The gas kind of rolls into the power, so you shouldn't have a problem with diffs on that or anything. It should be a pretty durable vehicle. I know the E version is pretty durable, except the E has so much power right off the start with the brushless motor and all that, that you can actually skip the ring and pinion. You got to have a metal case or a metal bulkhead to hold those things together. So I had the skipping issue with mine, and it was really bad when I was like in the air and the front end was going up and I hit the brakes to bring it down. And you hear just skip. It turned out to be the front ring and pinion just skipping. When I put the Vitavon bulkheads in it, that locked everything down. No skipping at all. So, and I believe there are other brands of metal pieces that go into the stock plastic sides and all that you can get those as well. But if you want to upgrade it, that would be the first place I would go. Some new bulkheads. VMB, can you drop links to those other RC channels? That would be great. That will be talking about time to answer. VMB, 11 Charlie RC and CCX RC? Are those the two? Left the road with the Raminator tires that wanted to eat itself. Yeah, I'm actually surprised all I broke were the rear end gears. And that actually happened while I was trying that slow motion, because I was going to try to do a backflip or a double backflip across that thing. And when I hit it, it was just like, it just gave up. So all I could do was just fly it straight. And yeah, pretty simple. The bearings were in good shape. No issue with that. So, and Vitavon's working on a rear bulkhead for that thing as well. Yeah. Oh, did you guys see the PR? I believe it's PR Racing. Did you see the ring and pinions that they're working on for the Xmaxx? Those things look beautiful. I'm going to have to get with them and try to get a set of those. They look flat beautiful, man. Really nice. Yeah, I heard that he put the mega tires on his Xmaxx or the full size ones. Did you end up running the SEAT in the long term? As far as I know, they're holding up pretty good. I've got, I don't know where mine is. I think it's in the 10.3. And I drove that like 2 weeks ago and it actually done fine. So I think it's a good solid ESC in all honesty. I really do. I know they went up in price. They were about $25. Now they're, I think, 45 or 50 last I checked. So, JD's already got two 2XLs. Two 2XLs. I'm actually working on an order because I want to start wearing some of those. I'm standing up there doing my intro just to make people's eyes bug out. Let me send you Exocaged RC at yahoo.com. All right, you guys, if you aren't on my Facebook or whatever, there we go. Let me get that pinned. You can send an email to me, to my email address that should be pinned in the comment areas here in just a few seconds. There we go. You should get a Typhon TLR. All seasons. You know, if I didn't already have the Typhon that I've got, I absolutely would. But I don't see any value in getting a TLR when it's almost the same thing, right? Just what, different shocks and stuff. And I'm not good enough to tell the difference. Oh, speaking of that, I ran the Creighton 6S today for video. I went out to try to set a new lap on the track. I had the carpet there, made a few adjustments to the every time I go out to the track, it's a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit different. I think I got into the 17s. I have not edited it yet, but that actually has the record at an 18.1 second lap. And it did that when I put that up against the Traxxas Sledge, which it pretty much killed it on the track. But anyways, all right. Okay, so I got a messenger. All right, I see it. Waiting for me to check that out. These shocks are 100% functional. 120, essential link. Let me go ahead and check that real quick, because I'm kind of curious about these shocks. Message requests. There we go. All right. Hey, gotcha. Let's check these things out here. Yeah, I saw that picture posted today. And are those tubes legit tubes? They look good. If the tubes are legit tubes, I'll dig into that and probably pick up a set. Heck, they're, depending on the length, they probably work good on the back of Rifts. Depending on the size, I don't know. I don't know the size of them yet, but I'll look into them. It's about is not fake. Nice. Okay. Looks like chainsaws in here. Oh, there's chainsaw. 10-hour day of cutting trees. Holy moly! What do? Climb them? I see videos on YouTube of people cutting trees off, and sometimes it not all that good. Like the one guy that chopped the one tree, it fell just beautiful, and a stick came right back up and whacked him in the head. That was kind of funny. Probably not for that guy though. But that stick came right up. That tree got one last swing in and popped him right in the forehead with that stick. All right. How much are the Vidavon bulkheads for the DBXLE original? Look at those real quick. You'd think I know all these prices right now, you know? But I still got to look them up because, I mean, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, I actually have a UDR rear axle housing in stock too. Yeah, they run about 180 a bulkhead, but you'll never break them. Of course, you're not going to break these bulkheads. They hold everything good and all. Let me see here. Yep, I got you, American. Let me pop that back up for you guys. Yep. I will check that out. Mir, did I make a new roof for my driver's stand? I did. We had to put some kind of shade up there. And the way my driver's stand is set up, the stairs come off, and then the 1 8-foot section moves, and then the other one. So that's why there's 2 poles in the middle. So I could actually cut that stuff and just separate the two. That way, when I move the track from over to the corner to the across the back side of this thing, and I can just pick the driver's stand up and move it where I want it. That's the benefits of having a tractor, man. Let me tell you. Much different stock shots. Okay. Well, I have to check that one out too, I guess. Did you like the Phoenix kit? Thinking of getting one. Big Country 33. I thought the kit went together really good. I had the click with the top gear. I got that shimmed and pretty much got the click out. What I'm finding in the Axial and I guess Vanquish is that the bores of the gears, say it's fitting a 5mm shaft. Well, the bore needs to be like 5.05mm. So it slides just barely on it. What these guys are doing is like a 5.1mm bore, and it's actually shifting on the pin, especially under load. That's where the click is on the 10.3 and also on the Vanquish. Raw 500 for my TRX 4 Sport. Major roads. If you want plug and play, the Raw 500 can get it done, or the Raw 500 is fast enough to bash and race with. They've also got the 900 now and the 1100. Those are a lot stronger than what the 500 is as far as torque. They're a little bit slower, but you could also, yeah, look at those two. I've got the 900. I've got the 900 and something. I got the 1100 and I think the 1100 is still in the back of Mjolnir. That guy right there. So they're both Haas servos. I mean, just They're awesome servos. And when it comes to these high-end servos, you're talking 150 bucks or so, whether it's a Reese, Shifts, NSRC, Boco. I think they've got some real high-end one. Even some of the high-end JX servos. When you start talking the big dollar servos like that, you're pretty much going to get what you pay for. And that's an awesome servo. I mean, just simply put. I mean, these servos now, they've just came so far. And they're just awesome. But you got to break that $100 mark to really get into these servos, you know? Devin, yep, I do have a Max 6 in my UDR. Now, these old flapping lips, the 500 super tough, the 555 is also super tough, a bit slow. The 444 would possibly have gear issues if you take a hard tumble. So just so you know, the 444, unless he's changed something, does not have the nice quality steel gears as the other servos that I mentioned. There you go. Shift makes some great servos as well. Yeah, RX Power, nice plug and play. You're right, Savax 1230. Man, Douglas, I remember a few years ago the Savax 1230 was the servo to have, man. Loud, but that was the servo to have. I had like 4 or 5 of them things. I had my original bouncer, which had G-made R1 sides with Wraith axles and all on it. Yeah, it was 4-wheel steer as well. I had the 1230s at both ends of that. Then you had the 1231 for a little bit more speed. But I think I killed the gears in a 1231, but the 1230 survived. Mike Morrow, I would love to do that, but I just don't have all these other servos. Most of the time, these servos you see with a rating of 500, 600, 700, 800 ounces, I don't know exactly how they get their numbers, but I believe, okay, I believe the way they get those, and I may be completely off base here. You know, I've never actually seen how they get these, but I believe it's where they hit it and the servo horn comes around, bam, and it's the hit power. I believe that's where it's like the peak hit torque, and that's where they get the numbers. The tester that I have is just a raw pull. I mean, just a flat, stalled out 100% pull, and that's usually less than what's rated on the servo. So even if I was to do all those servos, say I got 5 different brands and they're all rated for 1,000, I doubt any of them are going to pull 1,000 ounces. So that would actually make pretty much everybody look bad. See what I'm getting at? So, I mean, it would be interesting, but I'd have to go fork out some big bucks for that. Not that I don't already pay big bucks. Probably at, I've got to be close to 15K this year so far. LCD chassis on the Exoplex. Oh, yeah. That guy right there. That's the one you're talking about? The UGRC? Oh, yeah. That video is up for members, I believe. I believe I put that up today. All right. Tyler Williams, what do you think about the brushes? It's still a quarter scale Hobby Star motor. What do you think about the brushes? It's still and quarter scale hobby motors, Hobby Star motor. I'm assuming you're talking about brushless motors. Okay. I haven't had any Hobby Star brushless motors, but I'd have to assume they're pretty darn strong, especially when you're talking, you know, fifth scale and stuff like that. I'd have to assume they got some power. I know the Leopard motors, they have a good fan base on those as well. So, yeah. What was your top speed on that drag speed? Top speed, Devin Gilmore, on which setup? Hobby Wing. Oh, okay. I believe I've only got about maybe a 55 or 60 out of the UDR. I did a speed test on it years ago when I first got it on asphalt, and I actually put the Max 6 in with the 2200, and I had it on 8S. Had some horrible crashes. I mean, the GT5 that I got at that point actually had a bad receiver, and it was a catastrophe. It was not good. I beat the heck out of that poor UDR on asphalt. Bad. Oh, there's RC Daily. Power HD servers are some good servos for the money. They really are. I got a few of those myself. Rift has a 40. Gotcha. May get an Ecto, not sure that, or the Phoenix is my first crawler. If it's your first crawler, unless you just love to build a kit, man, go with that Ecto. And in all honesty, I think the Ecto will pretty much walk past the Phoenix. I mean, just my thoughts on that. George Mitchell, your UGRC right there. All right, well, get it built. Took me, what, 4 months to build mine. Took me forever to get mine going. Oh, RC Daily, checking in. Late fee. Dude, you're awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, Tyler, I think I figured it out, Tyler, and got you fixed up with the brushless motors. How come you don't have any Traxxas 1/10 scale besides the Max? I mean, I've had slashes in the past. I had a Rustler 4x4 when that first came out. I don't know. I guess I prefer the 1/8 or a bigger, in all honesty, I guess. I mean, I am getting the new Losi 1/10, that new Curry truck. I'm on the pre-order with Horizon on that one. So I'm waiting for that. Look at that. Get the Ecto. Get the Ecto. I'm telling you, that Ecto is amazing. When I first caught wind of that, I was up in Georgia, and Cody from Dixieland RC actually showed me that. Says, hey, we got a new truck coming out. He showed it to me and says, I want one. And I think I PayPal'd him like 2 days later. Done. So, yeah, I had to have it. The biggest reason, believe it or not, why I had to have it was the body reminded me of a J Concepts Creek body. That was the #1 reason I wanted that truck. And I'm glad I got it. It is flat awesome. There's a smaller. Really? So the 80 kg is the smaller version, like the 7th scale? Huh. I heard the DB. Did they release a new DB Pro? Is that what they did? A new one? So, with the Ecto, good job, Big Country. That's an awesome, awesome truck. And in all honesty, it doesn't need a whole lot of mods right out of the box. Drive it. However, when you do get into the mods, the first thing I suggest is a 1080 ESC or the ISDT 70 ESC, and then a Holmes motor like a Crawlmaster Sport 550 12 turn or possibly a 10 turn. I think the 8 turn might be a little bit fast in that vehicle, but the 10 or 12, depending on what you're wanting to do with it, that will make that thing crawl so much better. The stock motor, that's a little bit weak. And stock ESC, it leaves a little bit to be desired, but yeah, you do what I'm telling you, it'll wake it up. For me, the stock servo was actually plenty good for me. I took it out for obviously a better upgrade, you know. Have you ever tried the Hobeo hybrid? I have not had the Hobeo. I did have a old OFNA years ago. OFNA LX2, I believe it was. LXS, LSX, something like that. But yeah, George, that body, it really does. God, I want an Ecto for pure comp. I have his Bronco I built. ISDT 70, Holmes 5. Yeah, there you go. Guy on a moose has got it right there, buddy. That is it. Other than that, my Ecto has been my favorite and cheaper. Yeah. $400 and just well, you'll want to get tires. You know, for whatever your area is, choose the proper tire. The stock tires are okay. I guess if it's, you know, a surface temperature of 150 degrees, he might hook up good. You know, it's the same size original SBR servo. Okay, yeah, that is kind of a mid size. Yeah, I agree. Most definitely will listen to your advice. Cool deal, buddy. What drive shafts do you have on your Xmaxx? Any problem with the... Say hi to the world, Sam. Down, buddy. Down, buddy. All right, what drive shafts do you have on your Xmaxx? On my Xmaxx, I have the Vidavon wide axle kit on that. So yeah, they take place of the stock axles, 45 grade steel. It's also got, watch out, buddy. It's also got steel hubs and all that, where the nut and all goes. It uses a different thread nut, so your stock Traxxas nuts won't fit on here. Believe it or not, it fits the Arma wheel nuts. So just so you know, but they're pretty stout. I've actually got silver hex and red hex in stock. Actually, I've got those in stock. Have some cat butt. Yep, he likes to. What's up, buddy? It's okay. It'll be all right. He's down there pouting because I took him off the table. You should try the demon. All right, buddy. Here, he's down here. I'll let you hair up my shirt. All right. You should try out the demon servos. I actually have a few of them. The 50 kg. The SB2 is neglected. You must be talking about mine. Yeah, I do need to drive it again. It's just sitting on the shelf. It's just sitting on the shelf in there. The last one I drove like that was the UDR, you know. SV2. SV2 is the carbon $15 chassis off of Amazon. Nice, simple, and it's based on the 10.2 Raw Builders Kit. Stocking all axles for the Max. I just got the wide kit from Traxxas on that. Traxxas axles and everything on that one. Can you get them for Max 1v1 to go with the wide kit? Oh, the Max. Okay. I thought it was my Xmaxx. Yeah, you just get the Traxxas steel universals. That's all I've got in mind. Does Vidavon make Max axle shafts? I just got the Traxxas ones in mind. Andrew Ritchie, what's up, buddy? Mike Morrow, I'm having an issue keeping my Super Baja Ray diffs together. Either a screw breaks off in the diff housing or a pin breaks inside the diff. Sounds like you may be landing under hard acceleration. And it's a big truck to begin with, so I can see that. I rounded out a wheel hex in mine, well, with the plastic wheels. So I had that issue, but I haven't had what you got. I haven't broke that. My system is, I believe, still stock on that too. The motor, pinion gear. I mean, granted, I got a lot of Vidavon stuff, but that doesn't account for inside the diffs. So RC Daily beat the creek. Buddy, I can't wait either. Golly. Anyway, I'm going to Brodix Williams. Hey, buddy. Try to go to Little Rock City, Alabama, so I can do some tire tests and trail ride and all that. So with the screw breakage, how can that be fixed? I don't know. There's no point in trying stainless because stainless is actually softer. So stainless would not be an upgrade for that. Man, are you pulling them down tight all the way? Yeah, usually when a screw breaks, it's like the fatigue, it flexes back and forth and then breaks. So if the ring gear is coming loose, you could be fatiguing those screws and then breaking them off like that, maybe? It sucks. It kills the whole housing on that thing. I'll start traveling, sell my soul to pay for gas. Man, gas. Oh boy. It's Putin's fault. Yeah, right. But anyway, we'll leave politics out of this. But man, speaking about gas, remember I used to have a diesel truck and all that. Remember how all the years buy a diesel, it's more economical, cheaper fuel. Well, everybody did, and look at what's happened now. But anyway, we'll get back to RC stuff. Axial Fest is coming. Yeah, but I believe it's on the West Coast. But even then, man, it's a 12-hour drive for me to get to Kentucky. So, and I'm planning to stop in Atlanta one night before. So, actually, I'll be there Thursday night. Then Friday, I'm going to Little Rock City, Alabama to do some driving, trailing, and stuff like that. And then get back, get myself packed up, and take off probably about 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday because it's about another 6-hour trip to Beat the Creek. Yeah, got a little ways to go. Aged pasta. Just got my TRX6 today. First thing I want to do is go and change out the steering servo. I was wondering if you had any recommendations under $50. Under $50. Look at the 35 kg servos on Amazon. I believe they're around $30 to $35 or so for those, and they're a huge upgrade over the stock steering servo. You could also go to HK Hobbies and get their 35 kg servo, which I think is pretty darn awesome. I mean, really. So you might want to consider that one as well. HK Hobbies actually got some good stuff. Paul, well, most of the bolts are steel. So RC Daily 530. Yeah, it's about 550 or something here a gallon, buddy. Like 569 a gallon here. Picra, did we talk about these rocks already? I showed the rocks that I got the other day. Haha. From Kentucky. My first 2 mail order rocks. Ha! Check that out right there. That's awesome. That is awesome. From Chris and Avery, RC for all. That's awesome. My left wrist. Oh no, your left wrist fused. Man, that's not good. If this hand was to be gone, I'd be done with this channel. And really, everything I drive was with this hand. Have all aluminum case, 45 kg. Yeah, there you go. Damn it. Yeah, I like the HK 35 servo I got too. eBay for under $50. You must have got a deal, RC Daily. You must have found some used or something to get 3 BRCs for under $50. Yeah, some of the Amazon servos, the 25 kgs, are actually really good and tough servos. For real. I have not had any broken J-Concepts creep bodies. How bad are you crashing it, Brodix? I've probably got 5 of them now, and I've rolled them off quite a bit. I haven't had any cracks that I know of. I know if I've ever had where Axo Fest would be held at exactly. Not me. I don't know that one. Picra, you want mostly flats or only flats? Well, mostly flats, so I get more surface to work with, you know? Because I can put anything underneath it to bring it up. But if I have a flat, you know, it's more driving surface. I have my 2 rocks I'm sending you. Haven't been to the post office yet. JD's. Proline brush, split the bed. I've had some bodies that were made of that PVC, and dude, you roll them and they just shatter bad. I don't know that they're even making any PVC bodies. I do know that the J Concepts bodies are actually made in-house here in Florida. They actually mold them here, which is pretty darn awesome. It's like American-made RC bodies, you know? Roseville, California. Yeah. That's way too far for me to drive. I'll have to look at it. Have any plans for your mini Rift? The little 124, Matt Harris. I've actually got the chassis coming from Furatech. So when I get that titanium chassis in, then I'm going to actually take my mini Rift and put all that stuff into that. At least that's the game plan. Wonders what Customs would say if I sent you limestone. I don't know. I have no idea. We have Florida limestone, lime rock. Show that $30. I got you for $50. They're both high. Okay, yeah. I'd say you got a deal on those, RC Daily. J Concepts is the only brand I bought that seemed tough aside from Traxxas. Traxxas has some good bodies. Even their Xmaxx bodies are good. They just take an insane amount of abuse that back end. You know? Yes, Paul, there are a lot of good servos out there. Yes, there are. CJV, greetings from Manila. Dang, buddy. All right. What time is it in Manila? Jason Chelsea, I recommend for 2-stick remotes that go to a set of pistol grip. What? Brother wrist? I give up my favorite thing to do. Maybe a Spectrum DX6. Maybe you could work with that one. Might be it. Matthew Jorgensen, what's up, man? Foster Blankenship. Did your Crawlmaster V2 run cool in Thor? I did notice it got a little warm, but nothing that was alarming to me. And I kind of figured, okay, maybe it's because it's in such a big vehicle on 2.2s and all that with a 2200 kV. But, I mean, it got warm to the touch. Nothing I would say was hot, though. Granted, I did have the little heat shrink thing that you put on there. So I wasn't actually touching the actual FETs or the board. But, I didn't feel it got hot. Just warm. Any brakes on the sledge? Daniel Realtech. I have not broken the sledge yet. The sledge is actually still hanging on. So, but I heard that if you drive it in the gravel, Traxxas used basically pressed, what do they call it? They have a term for that type metal, not like pot metal, powdered metal, spur gears, ring gears, and all the gears are powdered metal. And that was not a good choice for an open gear design. When it comes to things like the Max or Xmaxx, where everything is enclosed and you can't get rocks and stuff centered. That's it. You can't get rocks and stuff in there. They do pretty good, but not in an open gear setup. You got to have a good quality steel. And I believe we're about to start seeing some Vidavon stuff for the sledge. So yeah, you'll see it both when he posts it up and you'll see it on this channel. Haha. Oh, man. Oh, Brodix, okay. There you go. Matthew Bourne, what would you do, Joe? Arma Italian, Max, or Sledge? Wow, 3 very different vehicles. If your goal is to go bash, jump everything in sight and have a good time, go for the Max. If you want to kind of race a little bit, I'd probably go with Italian. If you want something that's capable of a whole lot more, especially once we get gears and stuff for it, that would be the sledge. Any suggestion for a good budget radio for the Ecto? Big Country, I really like the FlySky GT5. I have seen it for sale as down as low as $52. I think now they're going for $99 though. It really fluctuates on the price of that thing. But I really like the GT5. I really do. Devin Gilmore, buddy, thank you. I have a silly question. The Xmaxx 240 will fit in my UDR. 240. That's not the big 1/5 scale servo, is it? That was a 230 and 1 and 230. I've actually put a Savox in my UDR and it worked. But if I had a choice, there's a choice of 2 different servos I would go with. Okay, if it's that big one, it won't fit. The UDR fits a normal 1/10 size servo. So you got to stay with that. Go with either the Reefs Raw 500 or the Power Hobby 729. I think you'll be plenty happy with either of those 2 servos. And thank you, buddy, for that one. RC Daily, your CM Mini is killing me. Yeah, you were saying it was melting off that center wire, I believe. Trying to open the drains. Ew. Flooded basements are no good. Here in Florida, we can't have basements. At least not that I know of. Everything floods. Water comes in. If you dig a hole 2-3 foot deep, you get water. I'm building Thor, but Aussie version. Well, Brodex, I can't wait to see your Aussie version of Thor. I can't wait to see it. Post it up in the Exocaged RC group on Facebook, please. I want to see that. Yeah, Devin, I really don't think it'll fit, that big one. Now, granted, I'm answering some questions after you guys have already put them up. Has a little bit of a delay here. Well, Mike, I've got 2 Stampede 2-wheel drives that I'm planning to do twin builds with, but I just haven't ordered anything for them. They're just basically sitting on the shelf. One of them with a shock cap popped off of it. So I have to do metal shock caps, metal axles, cheapest system on Amazon, probably a couple Dumbo radios for it, since that's actually a pretty decent radio. You know, I think that would be good, but I just haven't got on that project yet, or the dual project, pretty much. Messenger. Okay, Kevin. Curious. Okay, I see your message. I'll check it in just a few minutes. So let this cool off a little bit, or I'll catch it right after we finish up. It is 8:11. The last hour has begun. What happened to the first hour? Gone. All right. Do you think they come out with a new low-C crawler? I still have my MRC. I haven't heard anything about a low-C crawler. I haven't heard anything. So I think they still make the Night Runner. I believe it is the night crawler. I believe they still make that. Yeah, they should. I believe they're the later versions where they at least have the metal transmission gears. If not, I'll be upgrading the transmission as well. I don't think they're that old. Easy. Joe, what servo to upgrade SBR 2.0? I tried Spectrum, the same size as stock and able to fit because the tabs are super long. I have not even tried to do a servo change on my SBR 2.0. I'm just running the stock servo in it. When I got the Beast 1000s, I actually had planned to put one in there, but obviously it was too large. I believe they got a 1/5 scale adapter that you can put in there, or a new mount that should put a full 1/5 servo in there. So that might be your best way to get to all the general size 1/5 servos. Is there anything to keep water out of traxel axle housing where the axle enters the housing? Buddy, there are guys at Mudbog, they say they fill the tubes with grease. They say they, my mail lady, they fill the tubes with grease and all that stuff. They say it helps. In the end, water gets into everything, buddy. Everything. All those bearings are just going to just get messed up. It just happens. Mike Murray, yeah. Have you ever made a motor pinion for a bore larger for a motor shaft bigger if it was in the later the bore side? So you're talking about drilling a pinion gear out to fit a 5mm bore? No, I have not. I just got to go find the pinion gear that fits it. Pinion gears usually aren't very expensive unless you start talking about the $25 and $35 pinion gears and stuff like for Xmaxx Mod 1.5 and stuff like that. Then pinions can start adding up, which pinion gears, they add up. They used to be about $4 or $5 a pinion gear at that local hobby shop. These old flapping lips. Catch you later, buddy. I don't think Horizon will allow any crawlers in their umbrella outside element or axial. I don't know. I don't know. We never ever know. Google eyes. Yeah, let me see. Kevin. Thank you, buddy. Cool, I'll check that out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, big fat googly eyes. Yeah. What happened is I lost all my stickers for this thing. So I just kind of, and I wanted it to have a nice red stripe down the side, but that didn't happen. But that's where we are. Yeah, buddy. This is the current setup inside of it here. 700 milliamp Ovonic 3S, 888 servo. I got that titanium servo horn on here as well. Haha. I got that video to edit up. I actually put my Dremel on it, made some sparks. Yeah. Crawlmaster V2, GT5, 2040 kV version 3 motor. I've got some more printed foams that's supposed to fill these out a little bit better as well. As far as the bend on the body, I just do it kind of cold. And you can see they're not very straight. I wanted to do this like what I did on the Proline body, but that crease right there, you see me put up against my forehead. You guys can see all that? So I just cut the body back right here and then made the bend right here. I just kind of, I had a little piece of a, like say something like this, you know, just kind of put into it to get the bend started. And then I just finished it by hand. So, and these act like sliders. What I want to do is put an extra piece of plastic on there because I don't know if you guys can see, I'm already kind of grinding on that a little bit. So if I don't watch it, I'll grind those off and they'll fall right off because you'll grind through the Lexan. So yeah, but anyway, that's how I do it. Coast to coast. Catch you later, buddy. Brodix one for T-Rex 4S. We made O-rings and grease to fit in the pack with grease. Then find O-rings, rubber seal. The seal shall work for me. Okay. And that kept the water out. I've never been able to keep water out of anything, including my real truck. The grease seals and all that were there to keep the grease inside from coming out, not the water from coming back in. At least that's what I ended up experiencing a whole lot of driving along, and all of a sudden your steering wheel starts jumping because, well, you got a wheel bearing trying to lock up and then your tire starts barking. And when you start talking like a 37-inch tire on the highway, that's bad news. I'll never forget that day. But anyways, yeah, C-dubs, I don't heat it up. I just do it cold. Steady spin. I heard that Steady Spin likes to spin round and round and round at parties. SGD, hey brother, when you gonna come get all these rocks in my yard in Ocala? I do got to come out there. Steve G, keep in mind, all I have is a Hyundai. I don't have a truck. But if I get down there, I'll have to buy you some gas because I would need your help on that. Foams that are printed, what will it stop the sidewall clasps? Foams that are printed. Well, usually the printed ones are designed to compact like this, not have any side to side. Kind of like this one right here, which is actually a little bit loose. You got the compression this way, but not hardly anything at all that way. We got a little bit of looseness on the tire because these particular anti-foams are a little bit small for these tires. So there's a little bit of looseness, but the foam itself holds good. So when you're on a side hill, everything really holds good. So, but anyway, that's what I like about the printed foams, in all honesty. The lack of side roll, but you can still have a tire that I guess some would say would be flat per se, but so you can actually absorb everything. Rent a U-Haul for $19.99. Yeah, they would love that, wouldn't they? I would have to break out my backpack blower to clean the thing out. All the little rock chips and all that. Mr. Star. It's all right, hippie, you're here. Stop. Jason, can I buy some if they do? As far as like the printed foams, Jason, yeah, you can order those from 3BRC. I've actually got some. I've got some steady foams here for 1.9. I think I got them in a set of crawlers. I got to get mounted up. But I do have that. Oh man, the big guy just showed up. Look at this, Kevin in the house. Was it like 1 a.m. there? Pulling an all-nighter, huh? You got a diesel F250 trailer tractor. Oh, man. Steve G, you got the hookup, don't you? Kevin, saw your monster truck, dude. Man, when are you going to go rip a cyclone with that thing? I'm ready to see it. I can't. I'm happy for you, buddy. That thing is. I'm happy for you. That's got to be an awesome feeling to get that thing running. You've been working on that for years, haven't you? I remember you. I remember you showing the chassis. About 2 years or so ago, you had that. But yeah, that thing is awesome, man. And what I really like is how you've came in welding. You can weld, buddy. That's awesome. Man, I bet it does feel illegal to be in that thing. Man, this is awesome. 1 a.m. For us over here, it's just the evening, or becoming the evening. Man, oh man. Yeah, Brian, we all did, man. I was watching that one myself. Devin, I used to weld. And when you get one of them ditty balls, when you come across some of that rust that you're not prepared for and it falls into your shorts, yeah, you learn a lesson when that happens. Clean and prep your surfaces before you weld. And then I was welding up underneath a trailer, and I started smelling fire. I looked around, and there was a fire all the way around me. Like, man, I was about to set my whole property on fire that time. Slag. I used to weld a lot, and I'd be welding. I'd come in, but man, what's under my flip flop? Because I'd weld in flip flops. This is Florida, so I'd weld in flip flop. Have you burnt balls welding? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'd have like chunks of metal melted into the bottom of my flip flops. So yeah. Oh man. HT and then mine? Exocaged RC. I just burned up my Xmaxx motor, and it's only my only RC until I get my DEX18. So sad. Steve, you gotta look and see if anybody has an Xmaxx motor laying around. Have you asked any of the local guys? Sometimes people will have a motor laying around. My cat is on the floor yawning. All right. Okay, I have not seen Raz's video. I guess I need to go look at that one. Burned up Max, but yeah, Steve G. Gonna buy new, just not sure what direction to go. Well, Steve, Kevin, I've got a Max 4. Hold on. I'm going to get the Max 4. I think the 12S is going to be perfect in that thing. Now, is yours direct drive, or do you still have the clutch and the 500 kV motor? I really like the water cooling, in all honesty. What I was actually thinking about doing was just getting like a 14 or 16S boat ESC so I could actually do 12S on it. You know, and then save the Max 4 for the DBXLE. So, but I also want to try the Max 4 in my SCX6 as well. Yeah. Just to see if it's quieter with the Black Jacket revolver style motor versus the Castle. But I got my hopes up. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I got my hopes up for that ESC, man. I really hope Hobbywing did this right. Castle had all the time in the world to get us a good solid 12S ESC. They just didn't do it. And the specs on this Max 4 at 2000 peak amps, I believe it is, that's pretty darn good. That means that can pass all of your battery amps to the motor. If your motor's asking for 1500 amps, you know, that ESC can pass that to the motor. So that means your batteries, if all they're good for, legit discharge, not the made up fake 100C numbers, batteries going to be giving all they can to this motor. So that's going to be interesting to see where we go with battery technology with these newer ESCs and all that can pass all the amps. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Seth and Simon Hicks, I'm coming to Jacksonville this weekend. Any nitro or crawler tracks? Buddy, I got the Exoplex right here in my backyard. I got a crawler and I got a dirt track. You're welcome to run. It will be open this Sunday. So, yeah, send me an email. My email is up at the top of the screen, pinned, and I can get you the address and all that if you want to come by on Sunday. On Saturday, I'm going to be recording. I got to get a bunch of videos done so I can take this trip to Beat the Creek, which will be a 4 or 5, possibly 6 day thing for me. So I've got to build up some inventory of videos. Running an aluminum ice box. Bruce, and what weight shock oil do you use in your Rift? I think I'm running 50, maybe. I mean, I haven't been in there, but when I open it up to re-oil the shocks, I'll probably put 50 weight in them. MGM, but well, I've got a MGM linear system. I got the 860 kV with the, I think it's the 1000 amp 15S MGM ESC. It's actually sitting in the closet right now because that is what's going to be the ultimate motor and combo that I put into the Losi TLR 5B. So that will have an MGM. And the bash friendly part that Kevin just mentioned right there, that's the part that worries me. I mean, it's beefy, but it's not like, you know, an encapsulated ESC like what Hobbywing just gave us, you know, or the XLX. It's not encapsulated and solid. But I'm going to jump the heck out of it. I'm sure, Kevin, you've jumped some MGM ESCs, haven't you? You put some in there. I know you got them in your speed car, right? You got 2 of them in your speed car? How much do 4S CNHL batteries go for? Heck, anywhere from about 60 to $100. They're actually really good batteries. I've got the 5600, the 6600, and the 8000s in the 4S batteries right here. This is their 6200 milliamp 6S. I've got another one of these coming so I could run in the DBXLE when the Max 4 and that big 125 millimeter motor gets here. Hopefully that bolts into my DBXLE. Yeah, Kevin, you having that skate park, man. I'm kind of glad I don't have a skate park here because I would be hitting that just like you. Yeah, except I'd be aiming my stuff to land on the grass. It's a little softer on chassis. Aged pasta, buddy. When it comes to having like your own part, like the Exoplex, I didn't do this myself. I had help. I had help from some very good friends helping me clear the property, dig stumps, rocks, concrete work. It's more than one person's job. You can do it one person if you have the equipment, but buddy, like right now, maintaining it and doing what I got to do, I'm perfectly fine with my little tractor. But building it, man, that was an insane amount of work back there. Joe Girding, yeah, you say you like that 400 flyer. I had one of them and I gave it away. I did not like that thing. You crashed the speed car, but never bashed on. So you haven't like made a big old jump and flat landed that thing? Because I'm probably going to do that with the Losi 5 TLR5, you know? And it's got a pretty good support system on it, but Kevin, I was looking at mine. The board looked like it was actually coated with like a urethane or ceramic coating. Does yours have a coating on it like that? Does it look like they tried to almost waterproof it or water resistance the thing? 1500 amps at full 8S charge, 50,000 with 60. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, South Florida. The power systems that we're getting in some of these bigger vehicles is really going to stress and push the battery market in very different ways. They're about to not be able to keep up. Flyer looks tempting, but some said they flame. Kevin, buddy, they all flame out from time to time. I've had some that actually caught fire, but it was way before I started recording, in all honesty. I saw some guys charging like their batteries and they caught fire right under the hoods where they were charging off their car batteries. Luckily they got it out, but everything can go up in flames. I actually killed a Max 5 about 3 weeks ago. I had to put a Castle MMX 8S in my orange Xmaxx as the result. Luckily, I had one in the bin, which I need to put another one back in there since I used that one. RC, what size tractor you got? I got a Kubota 23S, just a glorified garden tractor is what I got. RC Daily. See, I was told at the recent USTE, Kevin, if you never get over here, come over for a USTE event. Phenomenal. It's in February. Weather is perfect over here. But I was told at USTE, and this was just a rumor, that the XLX2 was supposed to be a 12S ESC. However, it didn't quite work out. So they released it as an 8S. But that's just rumor. That's just rumor that I heard out there. Carson Green, hey buddy. I let Martin jump my new Italian long waist. Part landed right on the butt and broke her brand. Oh man. Woo! Bent a brand new M2C chassis. I got the little short crusher chassis, which turned my Creighton 8S into the Outcast. Man. Oh, Kevin, that long wheelbase, the one that you recently redid with all the Creighton stuff on it, dude, that thing is awesome, dude. Really done good. Really like that. Instant destroyed my 5T on the same jump. Hold on. Didn't I see you posted a picture in the community about that, didn't you? Like he was walking with one like the wheel was hanging off of it or something. I saw that. I bet he's gonna charge my first big brushless. Oh, Carson, good deal, buddy. I know it takes work, and if you come, but you best bet I will do dig day if you like. Heck, it will be my pleasure. Okay, Jason, I'm with you. Stamp to draw is everything. Bent M2C. Yeah. Beer. Okay. I want a 5T. Yeah, see, I did not want the Losi 5T. I had one years ago and it was just so big. But what I did want was that buggy. So that was what I got. And luckily, my buddy here in town cut me a nice deal on that. I only gave $1,000 for that. So, yeah, can't beat it. The thing runs great. And if I don't like this electric system, it's going back to gas. Hi, KT. When you that Max 4 ESC, I'm not sure if you guys have seen that before. Pictures. Let me see if I can find a comparison here. It's like, heck, I don't know. It's like this is an XLX2 and this is the Max 4. Okay, might be exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, big difference. I have a 46 horse tractor. Happy to bring it with me and the rocks. Man, only 1,200 pounds. Yeah, mine doesn't have all that much lift capacity, Steve. I did put a shim kit in to give a little bit more, but I've also got the fork attachment for it as well. That is bent chassis, broken tower, bumpers gone, ripped exhaust off, busted pulse. Wow, yeah, Kevin, he really got all of that one, didn't he? Jeez. Daggum, dude. Is that on video yet? Have I missed a video of him tearing that up, or is that not out yet? Oh man. Man, Kevin, that those titanium shafts on the Raminator, those did not hold up well at all, did they? Man, those did not hold up. Titanium is not the best ever, I guess. Steel ball with a banana peel. Oh man. Steve G, send me a message, buddy. Yeah, send me a message by Facebook Messenger or send me an email and I'll get you my contact info and all that. Pull start broke on impact. No, not out yet. All right. Well, Kevin, we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. Yeah, they look like they snapped easy. Now yours, yeah, yours got the same setup and all that. I kind of want to get rid of the clutch on mine. But then again, it kind of cushions things, but apparently not enough to keep that titanium shaft alive. Steve, if you look at the very top, I've got exocagedrc@yahoo.com. That's my email address. You should be able to just click that maybe and go right to it. Everybody's seeing it's pinned. Okay, gotcha. Say thanks for SCX6 video hobby, and I learned a lot. Thank you, Gotface. I appreciate that. I always try to put some kind of tech in this thing. You know, tech is where it's at. I just don't have the entertainment quality. You know, I can talk to you guys about anything, but making it entertaining, that's where I'm a little bit under at. And I thought about putting like a clown nose on or something, but yeah, I don't think that would work. I did the whole Christmas drive-all with a Santa hat. Ooh, I don't think I'll be able to do a drive-all this year. Maybe it'll be a spring drive-all event in case I do actually get retired from work, because I'm trying my best to get out of my day job to do just this, you know. That's why you always hear me talk about use those links. You know, they help out so much. I'm just working on trying to get some. Oh, my cantaloupes. Yeah. I have to go buy some more cantaloupes. Micro 4S ESC. Micro 4S ESC. I think Furatech. No. They're just good to 3S, I think. The Furatech Lizard Pro. I think it's just good to 3S. I thought maybe it was good to 4S. So I've never posted a video. Or a 6S SX24. I'm going to do. Yeah, that's a good question, Aged Pasta. Kevin, what are you putting your Max 4 in when you get it? I'm curious about this one too. Man, I don't know. I want to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. RC Daily, hey, you guys watching this? If you're not a subscriber for RC Daily, see if you can just click his name there and go do a like, subscribe, and all that stuff. See if you can help him out on that. That'll be awesome. Fred Tiemann, later guys, later buddy. Can you fit the mega tires on the SCX6? I don't know how you would do that. The chassis, the fenders, everything is going to get in the way. Plus the SCX6 has got a 17 millimeter hex, and the big Ram tires are 24 millimeter hex. Curtis D, hey buddy. So, yeah, I don't see how I'd be able to fit those on there. I mean, they probably fit the DB-XLE, but that's even more wilder than the Xmaxx. I'd probably blow those tires up, and at $320 a set. I gotta say, I was surprised they took the Xmaxx though. I mean, I don't believe they're designed to take that much wheel speed, but they did survive on the Xmaxx. And as far as putting them with the, they need too many adapters. There you go. Okay, there you go. Joe Girding tried it, buddy. Put it on maybe the DB-XLE, maybe. I don't even know if they'll fit that in turn. John C. Riley. That guy is a legend. That guy is awesome. Better wrenching than running. Yeah, try to show what I'm doing. Try to show why I'm doing it, and then show what I've done. What I try to do, at least my thoughts on it. It's got a street sign. Why not? All season shredders? Why not? Well, the best thing, RC Daily, learn how to drive one-handed and then use this hand as your gimbal. And when you get it trained right, you can watch your vehicle and not even watch this. It just, woo, goes right along with it. Yeah. I've even found myself sometimes watching while I'm driving. Here, this gimbal is doing its thing, and I'm actually zooming in and out. Yeah, I'm progressing. I am evolving. Throw the Raminator axles and all under the SCX6. Whew, that would be a crazy thing, man. The SCX6 is big, but it's not Raminator big. It is not Raminator big. Oh, I probably fit that pretty good. Yeah, the Rovin XLT. Waco's RC. Hey, XO, what's up? Notorious pinion and mesh change hard. I don't have a Notorious, but it's probably like any other 6S thing. It may have that little clip on the pinion shaft of the motor. You may have to pop that out and then get the pinion out. Maybe there's enough clearance. I've had some of them that was actually tight in there. All right, Kevin. Catch you later. We're still waiting to know what you're going to put that Max 4 in, though. We want to know about that, so we have a heads up. If you want a good handheld camera check, I've had the Carson. I've had the Osmo Gimbal 2 or something like that, and I just couldn't. It wouldn't work with what I was trying to do. It was too smooth and too slow to get there. And then the tracking thing, that didn't work for anything fast. You know, so anyway, Max 4 for speed build. All right. There we go, guys. He's doing a 12S speed build with a Max 4. Very nice, dude. Looking forward to it. RC Daily, when I first started, I did that as well. I would literally drive through the phone, and you know, it wasn't really all that good, but then I just slowly gravitated to the hand gimbal, the right hand gimbal. And I had this. All right, Steve, cool. I will respond to you as soon as we wrap up here. But I've also got another quick live to do for channel members. So I've got to take care of that right after this. So give me just a little bit. Four Max 4s. You can have a total of 8,000 amps peak. I want to see what tires you're going to find that'll actually take that kind of abuse and stick to the ground. Because if you throw that kind of power at it, those tires are just going to fling. I've tried this right here, and it's kind of okay, but I still don't have the control of doing one-handed. But as far as, and you record the phone sideways, yes, just like this. This is how I record. Thomas Gordon, have a new bomber and putting a rear steer in it. What will be a good servo for it? Do I need a servo shaver? Did you say I needed a flash guy? GT5 is really good in the four-wheel steer vehicle because when you're driving forward, you still have the gyro in your front steering, so it'll still hold straight. You can mix the rear steer in so it kind of turns. Usually, like on my Rift, what I generally do is I set the rear steer kind of low. There's not a lot of throw on the back, but it still kicks that back end around really well. Good night, Kevin. Dude, awesome having you, buddy. Have a good one, man. But yeah, the GT5 is phenomenal on that. As far as a servo goes, as far as servos go, I've always generally tried to go with a slower, torquier, stronger servo in the back because I want the front to be faster to do it, to get the job done and move things around. But the back has to really be able to take the torque, and the force of launching, especially with a spool. It's got to hold in there good. So if you've got if you've got the funds, man, try that new 900 by Reefs. But Shifts, Power Hobby's got some good ones out. JX, there's a bunch of good ones out there, man. Bunch of good ones out there. When you get past the $100 mark on servos, you're generally getting a really nice servo. I'm surprised Kevin hasn't turned his monster truck electric yet. Indiana Jones, that comes in a later video. You know, we kind of got to schedule out the modifications to these things. Dude, he could put like a dual Tesla system in that thing. You think that would turn it? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? A dual Tesla with like a Tesla engine for each axle. Or Tesla motor, sorry. Blake, I've got the G7P right here. I've shown it before. I'll power it up. I just haven't messed with it. It's got an absolute ton of features, but the screen reminds me of a Nokia. So kind of like an older LCD screen. So yes, absolute ton of features. It's not very one-handed friendly, and I haven't found anything to fit on here to give me that. Maybe one of those glue-on pieces, but I do need to sit down and go through this radio. I really do. It's got buttons and stuff all over it, so I don't even know if it has momentary yet. Slower, quite a bit more powerful because I was on RC Daily. Yep, you're right, buddy. How fast is the winching of those new Reese Smart servos? John, well, you saw it, buddy. I think he said it's got a 0.04 speed. However, when you look at the diameter of that drum being so small, the 0.04 speed isn't so fast at this much of a diameter. 0.04 speed at this diameter right here, this 1/4 inch, isn't as fast overall as far as travel as like this. So, but still, it's pretty darn awesome. In that video, I was able to pop, boom, and go. So, and in competition, speed is everything. You got to be the fastest guy there to get through all the slow spots. Yeah, I believe it. Need Tesla to run over for Kevin. Quad motor. Now, I would have to assume you could put like a Tesla motor in a hub planetary assembly and then just have it all set out there. You know, the axle tube would just be a solid hollow tube. There is a IFS truck out, I believe it's called the T-Max, but it's just it does not exactly get the job done. But there is an IFS monster truck out there. We are at about 10 minutes to go here. No telemetry yet, though. Okay, so cool. Yeah, Blake, I just haven't had a chance to go through it and all that stuff, but why FlySky put foam steering on? Yeah, I noticed that too. It's got just a hard plastic steering wheel on it. The B had a foam wheel. The C has a foam wheel. Everything. We have the space for that, yeah. Have you guys seen the fake 5-speed electric Audi? No, a fake 5-speed electric Audi. No, we haven't. I haven't. When a Tesla truck comes out in the field, no one would watch that quiet thing. What you would hear is all the suspension squeaking, the shocks trying to absorb the landings. You would hear every limit chain and limit strap and sway bar and rod end and everything on there just making all kinds of noise. You can't hear it when the thing has got that big, loud, open exhaust. But yeah, those noises are there. On the Tesla. Like RTR vehicles, they made a Mach E that was 1,407 electric motors, 4 rear, 3 front. Wow. What vid of yours has the winching with those smart 900s and 1100s? I believe the first video with the UGRC truck, I don't believe I even had the body painted for it. I've got the 900 in it for that one. The 900 is currently in the bin because that truck currently now has the direct power 888. Right there. So, because I had to change the direct power because I switched to the Crawlmaster V2 ESC. So, yeah, I had to change that out. The 1100, I think, is still in the back of Mjolnir. Those would be some awesome speakers. That'd be the biggest sound box on the planet, RC Daily. The software program. Tweaked RC. What's the favorite RC you own? Man, shoot, I don't know. It all depends on what I'm driving at the moment, buddy. Most all my RCs are just absolutely awesome, man. Osborne RC, hey, buddy. It's hard to pick just one favorite one. I mean, if they all had to go, I'd probably keep Optimus 3. But tears would flow if all my RCs had to leave. Yeah, buddy, I was loving my RCX SX2. All right, got nice little Gladiator. I've never had a crawler, but one at 72 K5 Blazer. If you're going to do the K5 Blazer and TRX4, you may want to get it. I was told that they're going to discontinue one of those K5 Blazers in the TRX4. Maybe it was the red one. I was told they were going to discontinue that body style. All right, good deal. Aluminum bell crank. Traxxas offers an older style blazer in RTR. Took about an hour. Okay. What's the one RC? This is a good question. All season shredder. What's the one RC you regret buying? If you don't look at everything that I had to put into them to get them where they're at, pretty much the one that I regret was the low C laser nut. That one took a lot of work to get it to survive a single run. In fact, the front CVDs broke on the very first run. Then constant bearing problems, differential problems, and then you have to put a lot of money into it with Vidavon bulkheads and all kinds of Vidavon axles. And I think Vidavon might be the only people that actually make specific parts for that. I'm not sure on that, but that one took a lot of work to get right. So, yeah, Peeker, you're right. That was the one that I learned a lesson on YouTube with that one. I called it a turd, and like the very next day or the day that that video released, I saw some other people calling it laser turds. So kind of learned a lesson to kind of watch what I say, you know. I don't want to hurt any brand out there, you know, in all honesty. I don't really, negative videos are not really my thing. I mean, if I crash it and the arm breaks off, I'm going to tell you, hey, I hit that pole. Did you see that? You know, something's got to give. You know, so most of my breaks are my own fault. I had some old tool drive. Yeah. Oh, man. Tool drive, 1/5 tool drive. It does sound bad, South Florida. Armacentin. Man, I'm kind of getting bored now with RC. What's an RC car? And gain interest, but I'd like to know, make it where it could do about everything. Clayton, comment what you're wanting to get out of this RC. There's currently 94 guys watching right now. I guarantee you'll get some great tips on what you want to. So comment what you want to do with the RC and what your end goal is with it. And I'm sure you'll get all kinds of information right here, right now. One. Bad things about those. The red has been discontinued. Okay. I bought the last one in my shop. My shop had top. Totally regret buying my laser nut too. Yeah. That's the, and when I went in there, the laser nut was on the shelf at the hobby shop. I go in to buy some tires, okay? And I walk out with a laser nut and the DBXLE. Yeah, I go in to spend about $100 in tires, and about $1,600 later, I came out with 2 vehicles. Huh, go figure, huh? It broke on the first run. Yeah, I've had problems with every gear on that thing. Let me baby this thing. That's happened a few times. What was crazy is when I sent the Raminator, I was not planning to send it like that. But when I did the electric, it just launched. Whew, I was not expecting that. Thank goodness it landed tire size down. Any plans to get the gas Roven? There's no plans to get a Roven anything at this point in time. Only 32 likes. I see 90 likes on mine up there. I see 91 viewers and 90 likes. It was a Duratrax fire hammer. Oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't even sound good at all. That's South Florida. All right, here we go, Clay. Now I like to take it through the woods hiking, be able to hill climb some and go fast when I want. Buddy, it sounds like you need a rift. It sounds like you need a rift, and then do some sensible mods on that, Clayton. Sensible mods that you need. When they first came out, they had a plastic issue and the axle houses were breaking. I think they're holding up pretty good at this point right now. But it kind of sounds like you need to get yourself one of these, buddy. One of these riffs. This one is extremely highly modified. You don't have to have all this to have fun with a Rift. So, well, all season shredder, the new hammer ray that is coming out. So, well, I've got one on the pre-order at Horizon. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when it gets here, but I believe it's just a longer version of what they had before, the Baja Ray or whatever it was, the 1/10 Baja Ray. When I first saw that at the USTE, believe it or not, it was actually, they got a beat on this thing. I mean, he hit the ramps 20 feet up over and over and over, and it just held on. It did good. He finally popped the shock cap. Osborne, what's better, the 10-2 Honcho or the SEX3? I'd probably go with the SEX3 on that. Did you still get those tires you needed? I have no idea. I must be talking about somebody else here. See, a Summit with a full Slayer suspension. I had a Summit years ago. Bomber 102 likes. How much you think you have in that Rift? Probably 3,000. I haven't add up in a while. So I mean, it's got pretty much everything Vidavon makes. At one point it had the portals in it. So, but now it's, you know, just straight axles, because the portals, I took those off and put those into Thor. But it's got Vidavon transmission case, everything. Drive shafts, Mamba X, everything. Everything. When are you going to get a review in on the hammer ray, Clayton? I got to get it first, buddy. I'm just waiting on Horizon to ship it. I got on the pre-order list, and that's it. But if you do look it up, I think RC... there's a few guys out there that have that, really, really good ones too. Scale Builders Guild, I think he has one. Matt has one. There's a bunch of guys out there that have them. At least they're tester guys that get things early. They have them. I'm not one of those guys. For Robert, I've been for a long time with gas and nacho, but not with electric. How do I make my Baja Ray 4S? Robert, to make your Baja Ray 4S, you're going to need a proper ESC, Mamba X or Monster X, and you're going to need a proper motor. The stock motor may not like 4S, and it made RC Driver, yes. Really good video from RC Driver, by the way. And you'll need a proper motor for it. And then you may end up with driveline issues, depending on how you drive. So, but yeah, you'll just have to get the right ESC and motor on that one, and you should be okay with 4S, because the ESC will do all the stuff and all that. Did you see the Hot Racing aluminum chassis plate for UDR? I have not. I did not see that. That's funny. All seasons. I just mentioned his driveline might have an issue. I just mentioned his driveline might have an issue on that. Yeah, depending on how he lands and how he drives. Maybe one day I'll get the G-Made Buffalo. Maybe one day. Seems like yours is normally better. Well, thank you, Clayton. But those guys, they are really good at their reviews, though. They really are. And speaking of censored systems, I've got I ran the Creighton EXB with the stock system out of the Fire Team today. I ran it pretty darn hard on 4S, Ambient temps were about 85 or 86 degrees. And that motor was only at about 140 when I was done, maybe a little less. That's actually really nice. Usually when I switch motors in ESCs, I end up with hot running motors, even if I keep the same KV and all that. So I'm not sure what they're doing with some of these RTR systems. They may not be the smoothest down bottom as far as like startup, censored and all that. But like that thing, I have no reason to change out the system in it, really. Maybe put a new servo in a little bit quicker. But that stock motor in the ESC, I'm fine with that, really. Exo, you should get everything pre-release. As they do, make better content. RC Daily, I appreciate that. And I would love to be able to get these things pre-release. I really, really would. That way I would have content ready to go on release date, just like they do. But I'm not good enough. No idea why they send Matt Basher to review. He's not a basher. Well, it's not so much about that. Matt makes really good videos. Kevin Talbot, really good videos, man. I mean, I know the tech. I can drive anything, but these guys are on a whole nother level when it comes to putting together a good high quality video. You know, they're just on a whole nother level, you know? They just are. You want to grow more in RC? Gmail seems like a quality product, but I haven't run it yet. The Buffalo does seem like a good quality product. Don't mess with the Gmade R1. Don't do that. My buddy Mark had one, and even in stock form, it was just not there. They don't send Kevin for review because he will send it too hard and make a little bit. The thing about Kevin is, you're right. He will send it right into the coping of that ramp. Boom, right in that chassis. I mean, when he breaks something, you know why it broke right there, you know? It just is what it is. I'm trying double a day. I'm trying. Slapping new tires on right now as I'm watching you. Well, all right, George Wilson. We are actually in overtime. If you guys want me to keep on going, let me know. If not, well, if you guys want me to keep on going, I'm going to run to the fridge and grab a drink. You guys let me know. Now, I had a saw back for a little bit, and it was okay. Before I go, I'm thinking about getting a Cross RC JT4 sometime. The only Cross RC I ever had was the Demon, and I honestly did not like that. But that was, heck, 4 years ago now. So things are, you know, very different. They update everything. And I believe everything about that has been updated, which is good. You give yourself a halftime midway. No matter there. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm just waiting for my numbers to be called out. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing the numbers. Yeah. So I got to go get that. I've actually got your numbers and everything right here. I'm ready to go. So yeah, I forgot about that. We're actually supposed to be getting into that. But when we called out, have you seen a servo horn upgrade for the shocks? Servo horn upgrade for the shocks to get more movement. You're talking about like a servo horn that can move with the shocks for more travel. I've seen that. I've also seen a version of that. I think Terraflex did it in the real world. And for the leaf spring guys, it does help quite a bit. But it's a uncontrolled movement. There's no spring. There's nothing on it. So at least if you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're describing, because I haven't seen it. What transmission would you recommend for digging my TRX4 Sport? Michael, look up the Creep 6. It's a TRX 6, okay? But I've actually got a Capra transmission and a Capra front end in a TRX 6. Now, I was able to make the Capra skid fit in that. It takes a little bit of work, and you're going to have the Capra front end because of driveline angles and fitment and all that. But then you got to cut the chassis and make a servo on axle. Oh, heck, I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Well, there's a guy, I think somebody makes an actual bolt-on dig unit for that truck. That might be your best bet right there. All right. Yeah, sorry, I probably just confused you, Michael Friedel. I'm sorry about that. Isn't the Rebelcon? No, the Rebelcon is closer to a TRX4 than it is to a Buffalo as far as what I've seen, but I don't have a Buffalo to compare it side by side. I have a JT where I've been pretty solid. Weak steering servo, and gotcha. Revolver shackles. Yeah, I actually looked at those RC Daily when I had my real truck with leaf springs. What I did was I set the rear shackles to where when the suspension dropped, they fell down flat. So I had a lot of droop. That was a tension shackle. It fell forward with the leaf spring and all that. I know some guys, they would try to flip it, and then you end up with that. And if the shackle goes too far, you can actually invert the shackle, and then you're not doing anything at all. What I built was like a U-joint thing to go underneath the leaf spring. It had a polyurethane U-joint that I built for this. And I put this on, and I took it for a drive, and I almost crashed because it allowed the leaf spring to flex like this, side-to-side motion on the rear axle, which really affected everything, right? So what I had to do was actually make a panhard bar for the back end of the truck. That worked pretty good. When it was articulated up, the axle would be like this. The U-joint things would be all twisted correctly, but the leaf spring would stay flat. It helped out for that. But I had to do a panhard bar and all on it. John Lefevers, you're a channel member. When I post up for channel members, I try to do it every month. I do a giveaway. And if your number is called, double your monthly membership is what I send to you. So that's what the numbers thing is. You filmed one of the UKTR realistic servo suspension. Yes, I did, and I've got that kit. I just have not had the time to set up and do that. But yeah, that will actually go with it. Is $350 for a Max 4S a good deal? Team effort. Depends on how badly it's beat up, buddy. For $350, it's probably seen some abuse. Like just about any tracks as Basher would, right? But an aftermarket chassis dig is one thing I'd like to get done yet. Yeah, there is a place, I forget who makes it. One guy makes them. I think there's a bolt-on dig that goes on the back of that transfer case. That would be your easiest bet versus trying to convert everything over to Capra like I did. If you were told you could only have one RC for life, no others, and no mods, would it be? No others and no mods? There is only one, and it would have to be an Xmaxx. Just because you can do so much with the Xmaxx. Even in stock form, the Xmaxx is awesome. You can only crawl for so long. I mean, really. Is there a big difference? Castle Sidewinder 8 and a Mamba X. Sidewinder 8, I believe, is an 8th scale ESC, so it should have a little more amps available to pass through, but I'm not sure what the exact amp specs is on that. That would definitely not be safe on the road. Double A day. It absolutely was not safe on the road for me or anybody around me. It only happened one time. Came right back home, and I went back to work on that thing. I remember one time I was underneath it working on it. I forget what it was. Maybe I was dreaming up a whole new 4-link suspension for it, and a drop of gear lube went right down my nose. My God, I woke up so fast. Ooh, I'll never forget that stink. Right in my nose, too, like a perfect shot. Revolver shackles are made for off-road use. Yes, sir, they sure are. Review and everything you go to and take it out. Thank you, Thomas Gordon. Devin Gilmore, yep. Xmaxx, yeah. 24. Well, happy birthday, buddy. If I could only have one, it would be a TRX4. TRX4s are very useful, very versatile. Second gear can move. UDRs are nice. Yeah. Gone a moose. What would you say be Best Buy would be to make LCG crawler something like Thor on a budget? You want to build Thor on a budget? Maybe something like a 4-wheel steer bomber. Maybe. I mean, I don't know what to say on that one. Thor on a budget? There's nothing budget about that thing. The batteries are cheap. Gear oil is disgusting for whatever. You know what's crazy, RC Daily? Full synthetic hydraulic oil or gear oil smells just like the old stuff. Yeah. Couldn't they make it smell like roses if they wanted to? It's full synthetic, right? Your little brother? Throw on a budget doesn't really work. No, it doesn't, RC Daily. No, it doesn't. I think I'm going to go for the Max for $350. You don't see much I can really go wrong. The Max is a tough truck right out of the box. So $350 might be a pretty good deal with it. In stock form, I thought it had plenty of power, in all honesty. In fact, I've still got the stock motor in the bin. I forget what I've got in mind, but anyway, I put something else in there. If you could give one major piece of advice for growing a new YouTube channel, DRZRC, that's a very good question. I am still a new YouTube channel. My thoughts would be consistency. If you pick up this battery and you do a review on this battery, review the battery. Talk about the vehicle it's going in. Show what you've done to the vehicle, but keep on topic for this battery. When people are looking for this battery, this is what they want to see. The vehicle is second, okay? And they also want to hear your thoughts on that. So, when you're doing this, if the dump truck is driving down the road, nobody cares that, oh man, the dump truck just drove down the road. Okay, they're gone. Now we can get back to it. Nobody cares about that dump truck. If there's a dog barking in the background, yeah, neighbors, dogs, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about the dogs. If they searched for this battery, this is their focus. Whatever it is, whether it's a battery, whether it's a pair of pliers, which I used to use when I welded, if it's a radio, if it's your mouse. Yes, I've got an Exocaged sticker on my mouse. That's what they searched for. That's what they want to know about. So basically, keep on topic with whatever it is. And if it's... Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with all-season shredders, but... Okay, RC Daily got somebody. But anyway, that's what they want to see. Full synthetic oil is still oil, it's just more refined, has more chemicals in it. Okay. No batteries, no milk. Best budget, close to GSP V10. Yeah, but that still wouldn't be there. RC Daily, what happened with all season shredders? Some of 3 and 4 don't have the parts. You remember all seasons? Yeah, all seasons. Please don't make me block you. I just got notified that a few of your comments were put up for review. Okay. I'm not sure what happened to all season shredders here. Maybe he can get that figured out. I didn't even get to see. Well, I can actually see him. Up there he is, Jeffrey Johnson. He's hiding from me. Okay. Not sure what was going on there. Anyways, do you still drive the Sonic Wake 36? I haven't driven that in probably 4 or 5 months. It's actually on its little stand. And I actually took some measurements for batteries for a guy 2 nights ago. So at least I held it for a little bit. He made a comment on his little brother trying to... Yeah, I saw that comment. I'm guessing his little brother did get onto there. My interruptions are screaming goats and cows. Much appreciated, man. Ecto is the next truck in the collection. Ecto is good. It's only missing the wheels. The electrics are in it. Okay, so you got no wheels or tires. Steve G, cocktail of choice. Oddly enough, even though I do have a beer belly, I'm not a drinker. Every now and then, believe it or not, about the only thing I can drink is, and I shouldn't be saying this to the whole world, but about all I can drink is like a green apple wine cooler. That's about it. I've just never had a taste for it. Just never had a taste for it, you know? It's never been my thing. Let's see if you're going to match 350. If the Ecto is killer, yeah. If you only need tires and have batteries, you will use 350. Okay. I think it's overrated too, team effort. Yeah. In fact, I haven't even had a green apple wine cooler in 2 months. So it's just never had a taste for it. If I was to have a oh, wait a minute, I did have something. I did have what was it? Apple Pie Moonshine. I did have some of that about 2 months ago. I had a little thing of that, and that was pretty good, but it was so sweet and so sugary. I don't think there was much alcohol in it because never felt a thing. And I never ended up down the street naked either, so I know I didn't feel anything off of that. I can't remember when you hooked on Vidavon. Vidavon will kill that bank account, let me tell you. My favorite RC boat would have to be like the Sonic Wake. I mean, you can flip it over and have a good time with it. They do like to get warm, though. You got to watch the heat. So when you hit it a little bit, let off of it. Let it cool off, kind of ease down. RC Daily, I don't know that I want any real shine, buddy. I don't know that I want any of that. Oh, man, Picra fish tanks can be insane. I imagine yours is pretty darn awesome, though. I don't know, Brian. I've never made it before. I remember when I was a kid, I tried to ferment some oranges. That did not work out very well at all. Because I read in an encyclopedia, like the books. Yeah, the books. How long has it been since we've seen a book? Heck, the last magazine I looked at, I tried to swipe the pages up. Yeah. My tank said wife was having an empty 60-gallon in my living room. Thoughts on the M41 versus the Blackjack 42? I don't have either of them, but I would probably think the Blackjack is more durable. There's a couple guys local, and they were talking about them this past Sunday, and they were having a blast with them. So, I mean, I haven't heard much about the M41 though, so I'm probably not the guy to ask about boats. Have you got some Colorado Red Rocks yet? No, sir, I do not. Take zero skill. Actually, 8 or 9 years ago, I spent Christmas and New Year's in Colorado Springs, and we went to Garden of the Gods, and we did that little train thing that goes down. I think it's the Royal Gorge, I think it is. The little train thing that goes down. Man, was it cold. We went from walking on snow in just a regular shirt to freezing, like crazy freezing down bottom. It was wild. Kid ran and hid. Get him all season. He about mess you up. Dang. Oh, man. Dude, if you could set your UDR that kind of crawl and pull scale, you can make a trailer for that thing. Yeah, this one, I didn't feel any heat on it. Pro boat over track says, yeah. A little special, you could say. Yes, that's what I meant. Okay. You're saying, is my significant other into the hobby as well? Absolutely not. Luckily for me, she doesn't even ask how much I spend on these things anymore. She goes, another one. Yeah. Yep. She didn't even ask me how much the Raminator cost, which is pretty awesome. Thank goodness. Whew. That was my biggest single purchase in RC, was the Raminator at 4K. Get some Oscar, my tank, Oscars. Jeez, my tires are wrong. Okay, it looks like maybe we're about to calm down here a little bit. Are you guys about to get tired? And we're about 30 minutes overtime here. Yeah. My wife doesn't really have any hobbies, which is odd. No, she doesn't watch my videos. All season, man, I can't either. But when you really want some, I mean, you guys saw my lives out there, right? I was basically drooling about this Raminator. And then through some trades and this and that, I was able to purchase the thing. So that's kind of how it worked out. 90 plus, double live stream tonight. Yeah, definitely into some overtime. You guys want to give me just a minute? Let me go grab a drink. And we'll see if we can go for a few more minutes. Sound good? Be right back. Oh, man. That's better. Oh. My last Mountain Dew. Oh, I gotta go do shopping tomorrow. I was from 15-ish years, Apple TV. I saw the lies. Oh, have a good one. Keep up the awesome one. Thank you, Michael Fredel. Hurrying that soda pumpkin. Yeah, man. All right. So what you guys got for me, or what do I have for you? Yeah, I need to stop that too. Actually, there was something I did want to show you guys, but I know we're so far into the live stream now, nobody's going to sit back and watch this normally. I can't remember what it was. No, I've already showed you guys that. I don't know what it was, but it was something I wanted. Well, if you're still on, I did go ahead and say it again. I am planning to go to Little Rock City, Alabama, now where they had the Nationals at, and do some crawling around on Friday. If you guys want to join me, you're more than welcome to. And we'll do some crawling, have a good time, sit back, tell us some stories. Might video you. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, when I retire, hopefully, I'm planning to start 3 more channels, but they're going to be very different. Dude, well, I would just, I'd probably go hide in the bathroom. You want to see Thor topless? Do some vids while you're there. Oh, I will. I'm planning to do a, I do have Thor here. I'm planning to do, if I can set up and do a tire test out there. There's some really nice rocks out there. That's Thor. I got the Crawlmaster Mini V2 ESC, Flash Guy GT3C radio, Spare Time Hobbies chassis, Rift portal axles, front and rear. Right now we've got some Vidavon B-Lock wheels and Broline Trencher tires. Got some homemade 2-stage foams. Made them out of some Ot6 foams, Halo inners, and then I forget the outers I put on there. It's got the SHV 800 servos at both ends. It's got the $60 Amazon special transmission with dig. This thing runs pretty darn good. Oh, Traxxas Rustler GTR shocks. Yeah, and the front shocks are actually the rear shocks on the Rustler. So that is that. How does Thor compare in size to the SCX? Well, SCX 10, I guess, but that would be relatively the same size as pretty much like this. So whether I can show this or not correctly. This is Ecto, this is Thor. Hopefully you guys can see there's a pretty good size difference between the two. Yeah. So yeah, Thor is awesome, but it's also kind of useless. So that gives you a little bit more. All right, where are we at here? What size were the Max stub axles? I was looking for 12mm hexes for it. For the Max, I don't know why you would want 12mm hexes for the Max. That's a 17mm hex truck, buddy. I think that thing's got a lot of truck. Bring Thor to. Are you going to be there, Little Rock, on Friday, or all seasons? Are you going to be there on Friday? I mean, I could bring it. Run the SCX6 out. Man, South Florida, dude, SCX6s out there at Little Rock was amazing. I mean, just amazing. Bolted wheels, that's why you. Man, I think you're just going to, on that Max, buddy, I think you're just going to round out the hexes. Unless you have metal wheels, that 12mm is just going to round right out. That thing's got so much juice to it, buddy. I mean, unless you have metal wheels on there, you're going to round out the plastics super easy in that thing. Okay, you do have the metal B-Lux. Okay, then you'll be okay. Now, my Max has the normal 17 millimeter, the normal size stuff. I'm not sure how you would get a 12 millimeter to fit that. If your Max still has the plastic axles with the 8 millimeter nut on it, I believe you can get, and now I think here, I believe you can get the 12 millimeter hex for the LMT. That's got the same diameter axle shaft if it's still stock. Oh, how does Thor compare to the SCX6? Well, the SCX6 makes Thor look small. Could you drill out a 12 millimeter hex? Yeah, you can. You're going to have an issue, though, where the pin goes. The pin, I believe, goes a lot larger diameter. I believe it's a 3 millimeter pin that goes on like with the stock Max wheel hex. So if it's a 3 millimeter, it might be a 2.5. So when you drill out the wheel hex, which is usually got a 2 millimeter pin in it for your 1/10 stuff, you may have to get into that groove and try to open that groove up to allow the larger pin to actually go in there and lock. If not, you may have an issue with that as well. See, buddy, I don't know for sure that the Traxxas hexes will fit the LMT and vice versa. I'm just trying to look at the size of things. Just, trying to remember what I had when I was messing with that. So, I mean, don't quote me on that. I could be completely wrong. But I believe the Traxxas has a 6 millimeter axles, I think. I don't even have those axles anymore, so I don't even have them to measure. How much is Thor? How much is Thor worth, Allen family? There is over $2,000 just in parts right here. So to me, it's worth probably about $3. It would take $3 to get this away from me. And nobody in their right mind is going to pay $3 for it. So, yeah, it's probably not going anywhere. Man, if you're going to get an LMT, that deal that they just had going at Horizon, buddy, on the Losi stuff, that was the time to get it, let me tell you. All right, guys, we have to wrap this up because I've got a member live video to do real quick. So I got to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up, call it a night so I can get this other one taken care of. It has been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. So channel members, hang on for a few minutes while I get this stuff set up and moved over. And I'm about to spill my Mountain Dew, that radio. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you guys have a great night. I really do. It's been absolutely awesome. So yeah, I got to get ready for the member live. Guys, it's been awesome. I'll catch you guys later. Night. They do fit the Traxxas and LMT. All right, right there. Team effort. Boom. Awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Wrapping this up. Catch you guys later.